radiant soul, and sometimes you just need a reminder. Hello and welcome to today's Soul Shots episode of the Radiant Soul podcast, and I'm welcoming myself back because I actually had to have a break this week and I was really ill. I've had the flu between last week and this week, and I didn't want to use one of the episodes that I've pre-recorded for when I'm away because that would be taking away some peace of mind for me. So I wanted to come and record fresh. And one of the things I want to talk about today, well, the only thing, is where is your focus? Is it on the outside of you or is it on the inside of you? So what I mean by that is when we are focused very much on what's in the appearance of outside, in the material world, in what's going on, like what's going on your bank account, what's going on the world news, what's going on your street, what's going on in your relationship dynamics with your family or with your loved ones. When we put our focus on all of those things and forget to focus firstly and foremost on what's going on inside, this is where we end up kind of stuck in these repeating patterns and paradigms that don't necessarily serve any of us, don't really allow for our evolution and our growth. And when we put our focus on all of those things, what those things are in reality isn't actually real. Bear with me because it seems very, very real, doesn't it? It seems like real. Of course, my bank account is at whatever it is, minus blah, blah, blah. Of course, I've got people knocking on the door asking for payments. Of course, my husband is shouting at me, or, my son or my daughter is a wild cannon right now if they're a teenager. It's not speaking from experience. And so it feels incredibly visceral and real. But really what's going on out there is a reflection of what's going on inside. So if you really feel conflict with yourself, if you really feel a lot of conflict internally and a lot of rejection of yourself, or a lot of wanting to fight yourself of who you actually are, then that's going to show up in your real life. That's going to show up as a reflection of people wanting to fight you, of people disapproving of you, or whatever it is. If you feel deeply unworthy, if you don't feel rich in yourself, and I'm not talking about, oh, I'm rich, I've got bags of money. I'm talking about, I am so rich, in who I am, in my talents, in my gifts, in what I'm bringing to the world, in how I'm showing up each day. If you don't feel those things internally, then it's not going to show up externally for you. And so most of us put our attention on the outside. And don't worry, I am as guilty as the next person. It's not easy to do it, right? Because the real world, or the fake world, the mirage of our conscious creation can feel incredibly real and can feel incredibly intense. But it's got no power. The true power is in your consciousness. The true power of everything lies within you. And it might take a few weeks, a few months for the external stuff to shift. So don't expect to, feel rich for a day and then suddenly your bank account is full of money. You're going to be a bit disheartened if that's what you think. The world isn't this crazy ass magical place like that. But when you keep finding the richness within you, and you keep finding the love within you, and you keep finding the peace within you, gradually the external world starts to shift. And the problem that we have is that we then focus on it, we latch on it, and that's like putting, that's what, in the Bible it says, don't put any other gods before me. When we turn the external stuff into our main focus, that's what it means. It means we are suddenly obsessing about the money. It's if you think money is your source, it's not. Your source is from within. Money is just an external representation, the same as love, the same, all of these qualities come from within first. So where is your focus, and can you bring it more inwards? Can you see what's going on inside you more than what's going on outside? Thank you for listening. I wish you a beautiful week. To find out more about how to work with me, then visit soulartbyshirley.com for art, commissions and courses. And if you love this podcast, please hit subscribe and leave a review. And if you take a screenshot of your review and email it to soulartbyshirley@gmail.com, I'll send you a Radiant Soul Hypnosis as a thank you gift. Thank you for listening. I love you. Bye.